What up, family? So, I'm gonna talk about some deep stuff real quick, and kind of let you guys know what's going on. Those on my Facebook, you know, you guys already know the story, and I've just, you know, the videos I made for last week or so. Maybe you can hear the stress in me and stuff, but last Thursday, my brother, he's been working towards getting gastric bypass surgery. A few years ago, I mean, this man, my brother Joshua, is probably one of the toughest men I've ever known. I bounced alongside him. I've watched him just do superhuman things, and he's been through one hell of a life, you know, just everything. And he went, you know, he got divorced and he went into a deep depression, and he came out of it and was doing well. Well, the problem is at some point, you know, as I'm sure you can realize, my whole family, me, all three of my brothers and my sister, were all morbidly obese. We're very big. My brother, unfortunately, got what they call lymphedema. And what that does, so that you guys understand it, is in your leg, you have, if you retain fluid in your body, your lymph nodes and the places in your body that pull that fluid back up and put it through, like, your kidneys and your liver and your bladder. Well, he got lymphedema in one of his legs, and unfortunately, he became immobilized because of it, because his leg swelled so badly. And of course, bad got to worse, and my brother, you know, I'm not going to disclose his weight because that's nobody's business, but he got very big. You know, nowhere in the range of guys like Raging Robert and stuff like that you've seen on here. But he got to a point where it was very hard for him to do the things he needed to do. And even then, up until just last year, the man was still bouncing in bars. As much as it hurt him, there were nights he could barely walk because of his legs, and yet he was still bouncing. He's been going through a lot of different things to get gastric bypass surgery done. Now, some people who are very big, they get, you know, you've seen, I'm sure everybody's seen pictures of people that are very, very big, and the bottom of your stomach hangs down. And some people, fortunately, that doesn't happen to as badly as others, but my brother's got real bad. So they did what they call appendectomy first, and that is they actually take that whole piece of skin off. Now, you know, the fact is that it's, some people will get gastric bypass because it's cosmetic, but this is life-saving. He had the appendectomy, went through a lot of pain, because of his size. You know, they have to leave part of the wound open so that it doesn't get infected. Oddly enough, I'm not a medical person, so I don't completely understand that concept, but it works. And then he healed to the point where he was okay. People that have lymphedema in their legs get what they call cellulitis very easily. It's an infection that you get in your skin, and it causes inflammation and fever, and it can eventually lead to, like, staph infections in your blood and stuff. His legs again got really bad, and he had been looking at maybe late August or early August for his gastric bypass. He went into the hospital with his legs again because they'd gotten so bad, and they got them so far down. His legs alone, the way they swelled up, they estimate that he lost probably close to 50 to 80 pounds of fluid from his legs. That's how bad they were. Now you have to understand, my brother's one of my heroes, one of the people, you know, I'm the big brother, you know, he's my baby brother. There's one in between us, but still, he's the person that I look to when I want strength. and to see him like this is just, it's devastating. But comes to the point now. Last Thursday, they went ahead and said, he's come down far enough. His health is all good. Everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and get the surgery done. It was hey, let's get it done now. It was going to be on the 9th, which I took off. But then they had it on the 5th, so I wasn't there. And my brother went into surgery. I was scared to death the whole time, as I'm sure the people on Facebook have seen. And he came through the surgery fine. Now, again, you have to understand that when people of size are anesthetized, when people that are morbidly obese like we are anesthetized, because you're laying down and you're ventilated, all the fluid in your body starts to collect in your chest. It makes it harder to breathe, so it's harder to come off of a ventilator. He was having trouble doing so. And because he gets very agitated when he realizes that ventilator's in, they couldn't bring him completely out of sedation, so he was in a twilight sleep. And over the days, he had this last Thursday, not this yesterday, but the Thursday before. They expected to stay in the hospital as 10 days after the gastric bypass. Now, the bypass is great. His wound is healing. Everything seems to be internally good. All that stuff is great. The concern is his breathing. He was on a ventilator every day. I'm checking on him. Hey, how's it going? I want to know what's up. Nurses, very nice, telling me everything. Just a matter of getting him breathing on his own and being able to take breaths and not having to worry about, is he going to continue to breathe well. Now, the concern is they take the ventilator out. Again, morbidly obese, it takes a lot of effort to get somebody intubated, especially when they're awake. His throat was already swollen from the ventilator and everything, so they would take the tube out, partially out, and then they would have to put it back in. They never completely took it out, but all of what they were doing irritated his throat. So Monday morning, Monday or Tuesday, Monday, I believe. This week has been a blur. Monday morning, my sister, Tina, she's, long story, but she's our sister. We've known her since she was little, and she is my brother's caretaker. She takes care of him and lives with him and everything. And she called me panicking. What do I do? They need you. They need you to call because they need to do a tracheostomy. That had to have been the hardest decision I have ever had to make. Because I was so terrified that my brother would be angry with me if he woke up with a hole in his throat. So I called my dad and I said, Pops, what do I do? You're not here. You're on the train. You can't be at her sign. I know that he told you everything. What do you want me to do? I'm going to tell them yes, but I need some reassurance. And he said, well, your brother told me that no matter what, unless I'm brain dead, save my life. So I immediately called the nurse and I said, I tried to explain to her that I was running on about 2 hours of sleep because I work nights. I said, but my sister will be there and I'm going to be there as soon as I can. And, sorry, I'm looking for my belt. And that you have my permission to go ahead and do the tracheostomy. So she went up there, she signed for it, she told him, I already talked to the nurse and the doctor and let him know. And they went ahead and put the trach in. And so now it's just a matter of the waiting game. Still have to keep him sedated. Just trying to slowly work him up out of that. And it's made me realize that I've got to do more about this. I've got to do more. I can't number one, I can't lose my brother. I can't lose my brother. We've been at odds many times in our lives, and we are closer now than we've ever been, and I can't lose him. But I also realize that I have to do something here, more than what I've been doing. You guys, I told you, and I promised you, and it's true, I have not eaten any kind of sweets or anything. Unfortunately, I haven't kicked the soda habit totally, but candy is completely out of my diet, and I have lost close to 40 pounds since January, but that's tapered off. You know, I'm only losing maybe a pound or 2 a week if I'm lucky, so I've got to start doing some more exercising. Whatever it is that I have to do, I've got to get it done. So if you don't see me as often, it's because I'm trying hard to get what I need to do done. But the main thing right now is my brother. So, you know, I'm sorry that I'm not making more videos right now. I'd really love to be. I want to talk shit on King Gordy and J10 more, and just point out dumb fucks, and still share some of my wisdom too. And I promise you I will get back to those videos, but just keep my brother in your thoughts. If you pray, please pray. I hope that even maybe I've earned enough respect from trolls not to hear the comments. I doubt it, but you know, if that's the truth, if you gotta make comments about it and shit, that's, you know, I'm worried about my brother, so random people on the internet, it's not gonna bother me. Feel free to say what you want to say. But otherwise, yeah. Just wanted to, I know it's kind of a long video and I'm sorry, but I wanted to make sure everybody was updated on what's going on. And just kind of why I haven't been around as much as I should be, or usually am. Other than that, I gotta get out of here, gotta get a haircut, and go to work. And work 4 or 5 hours to get some emails done. So, hooray overtime. But yeah, leave some love, or not, up to you. Love all you guys, very, very much. Yeah, even you fucking trolls. Got love for you too. Peace. Much family love.